Hello, hello, dear souls. Thank you again for being here for another month, another discussion about what's coming. A little bit of my assessment for the energy of August month. Welcome, welcome. This is full summer here in the Northern Hemisphere, and I hope you all enjoy it. While for the people watching from another places from the world in the South, I hope you enjoy every day. And let's cover today what's happening in August. I will do my assessment based on my own observations. I will share from my personal experiences, so I can give you a little bit of inspirations or ideas what to look for. And of course, I will base a little bit my discussion upon numerology, which I studied carefully. And remember, this month is 8. It's number 8. And all the time we are also couple it with a year. We are in a personal year of 6. The universal year 2022 is number 6. So in total, if you sum up these two, you have a beautiful number of 14 equal 5. Yeah, so you sum up everything. So let's see what it means for each of us. First of all, I think I encourage you since June to take your time and make a summary of these 6-7 months of the year. And I do encourage you at the end of each day, almost not the month, but each day, to sit a little bit with yourself, at least for 5-10 minutes, and make sure you do a short recap, because trust me, there are happening a lot of things, and you will feel, and you feel already like in a roller coaster. And the next 4 months of the year, September, October, November, December, is going to feel pretty intense and even much faster than what you live so far. So in July, I was telling you to follow your intuition, to start to open up a little bit to the signals, the signs that are coming within for you, that are uniquely designed for you, and only you can sense them, only you can reset them. So basically you kind of open up new receptors to follow your intuition and to drop a little bit the external noise. So what happened for me in July, because it was pretty intense, in my personal life, and pretty intense with the choices that I did. We had many guests coming around in our house for me and my partner, and with many people around you, you get many lessons, because each people that you interact comes as your master or your teacher. So if you start to see the world like this, that nothing is here to prove you wrong, nothing is here to make you small, nothing is here to stop you from your growth, but everything is perfectly designed to help your growth and your evolution. So with this little change, bless you, bless me, thank you, sorry, it means that what I say is true. I apologize, I will not delete it from the edit, because it's, this is me. So if you see every person that you interact as your master, as your teacher, and with this little change in perspective, the reality will start to change. Yeah. Okay. So July was intense. There were many emotions that were coming to the surface, and how they were coming to the surface, especially the interaction with people. Remember that each of us goes through the same process, through the same intense roller coaster of emotions. And of course, when you interact with another intense person going through their own evolution, this kind of interaction may be very balanced, very calm, if you are on the same level, on the same resonance, or on the same frequency, or on the contrary, they may be, let's say, a little bit more intense, more conflictual, argumental, and so on. So my lessons through the interaction with many people were like this. So July month was a little bit like a back and forth between going out, going social, going outward. So going out with your energy to meet people outside in different meetings, in different calls, to have social interaction, to fulfill your what you wanted to do, even your passion, your hobbies. All this implies going out into the world and sharing information, getting information from a lot of people. So I call it, let's say, going outward and being social in the world. So it was a lot of going out and also turning within. So for me, it was this balance between outward, inward. And I had to balance a lot the emotions between and my time between the need of seeing people, talking to them, spending time with them, and of course, charging myself with their energy or not, and turning inward to be able to balance whatever I was getting from the outside world. So it was this exercise of balancing my emotion, balancing the information, returning to a stillness point. And it was a lot of solitude time and social time, this period of July. So observing your life, how these intense energies that happen in July reflected back in your life, in your reality. A second learning for me was to respect each other's space, yeah, which sounds very natural, very normal if you read it or you hear it in a theory, but when you put it in practice, and especially when you are in bigger groups of people, and the conversation might get a bit heated, the back and forth of ideas and arguments increased, you tend to go into an extreme. I talk a lot about this year about extremes. So yeah, I think this was something that was relevant for me to respect the space, meaning the opinions, the beliefs, the words, the feelings, the actions of any other people in the room or in the place, as well as learning to set my boundaries. So as I wanted to respect each other's space, I also had to learn how to make myself respected, set my boundaries, meaning, okay, this is how far I can go, and be able to express, as we learn many times, how to say a gently no, or how to learn to refuse kindly some people, on which to some people to whom you don't resonate anymore, or and it's not your role to save them or to convince them of anything. So many learnings in July. And as much as I could, I follow my intuition, when to stay longer in a place, when to continue the conversation, when to get up and leave, when to take some time for myself, 1, 2, 3 days, or a couple of hours each day, and so on. Why am I reflecting so much on July? Because July was like a preparation for August. So remember, this year, each month, it's a preparation for what's following. So August, it will be like a further step upward on the staircase of evolution of this year. So if you did your homework well, if you did your lessons, if you took your time to internalize what you lived so far in the first 6-7 months of the year, August will come like a normal evolution. If not, it will continue to look to you like a even bigger roller coaster, like even if a bigger chaos and disorder. So August month has a couple of particularities. First of all, 8 in numerology, I all the time associate it with the infinite symbol horizontally. Yes, so infinite symbol has many interpretation. The ones that I like the most, and let me see if I'm able to share it with you. If you imagine the infinite, try to see it like you can live on the extreme, so on one side or the other side of the infinite symbol, or you can live in the middle of it. Yes, in that unifying point. Let's call it 0 point. Yeah, which is a point of balance. So my deep plea to you, as much as possible, avoid the extremes and stay in the middle. Stay in keep your ground where you feel stable and safe, secure, and calm. So again, this year invites you to find your point of balance. Like any other month of this year, August will not be an exception. So you can live two realities. Yeah. So I think it started to feel more and more evident for many people. So depending on your perceptions, depending on what your choices are every day, you can end up in one extreme, like on the left, let's say, of the infinite symbol. And this may reflect back to you as a reality of chaos, of disorder. Look what's happening. Your mind cannot make sense of anything anymore, and you will feel completely debusolated. What's going on? I don't see my path forward. So everything is a little bit confused, foggy. As I said, you cannot catch your breath in this multitude of information, news, and so on. On the other side, the other reality, if you move on, let's say, the right point of this infinite symbol, depending on, again, on your choices, on your perception, on how you choose to build your day every day, you will start to make sense of the things. Yeah, everything happens for a reason in my life. Nothing is pure coincidence. Nothing is by accident. Everything has perfect order, and you can follow a little bit the signs through this path. Again, stay centered and following your intuition. So again, in this 0 point, in the middle of the infinite symbol, this is a place that you want to be also throughout August month. August month will come with tests, as always. As I said, either you will live a month of chaos, disorder, and nothing makes sense, or on the other side, you may find out, okay, everything starts to fall in place. I can see a little bit the shining light getting me out of this tunnel, out of this roller coaster, and let me take step by step. So August month will be full of social interaction. So 8 and also the number 5 are both numbers that reflect an intense social life, meaning that your lessons, your tests will come through people, and again, come back to your choice. What choice do you do in terms of what kind of people do you meet? What kind of places do you go? What kind of discussions do you hold? And so on. What kind of information do you accept in your, let's say, in your social life? So these are all choices, and be mindful that one type of information, people, places, discussion will put you in the chaos and disorder, and you cannot make sense of anything. And another type of information, people, discussion, and so on will put you on the other side of it, on this place of everything makes sense. I can see my path forward, and I'm following step by step. So pay attention to the people you meet and what kind of vibes they give you, because so far the energies are intense and they are teaching all of us not to live your life by duty and obligations, not to try to control the reality, but to be in a flow of your energy. Meaning, if you are in touch with how you feel, with your emotion, with how you feel in a place, how you feel with a certain people, how you feel discussing certain topics. So if this makes you uplifted, continue, stay there longer, continue to discuss, because this means it is for your highest well-being, and you may get some wisdom, some good information for you, and so on. If on the contrary, the persons, the places, the discussions, the topics are keeping you small, disempowered, disengaged, frustrated, angry, and so on, maybe you would like to reconsider. So that's why it's so important to start to notice and observe your feelings, how you feel with people, with places, with experiences, because this is a barometer. This is a barometer that will help you navigate the coming months. It's not only August, but what's coming, because as I mentioned, each month is building on what you learn on the previous months. The more you learn this new barometer of your life, the more you have this tool to guide you forward. So this month, it's all about choices, all about sitting with yourself and your feelings, and try to get back to the intuitions that you develop hopefully in July. If not, continue to develop it, continue to listen to yourself, and drop a little bit the external noises and the phrases like, you should do this. I'm telling you because I know better. No, nobody knows better than yourself in your life. And this month, August, comes as a test for your worthiness and confidence in yourself. Remember this. I think this is one key message that I really like you to internalize out of this video, and what you listen forward is basically, you are the most important person in your life, something that I share a lot on my Instagram page, on my Facebook groups, and so on. So this means that starting to have confidence in how you feel, in your signs inward, has much more importance than listening to the outside world. And the key questions this month will be, how much confidence do I have in myself? So sit with this question every day. How much do I follow my intuition? How much do I follow my gut feeling? Or how much do I listen to the others? Trust me that the person will come with a lot of news, because the social interactions will continue to be loud, noisy, crowded, because we are in the full Leo season almost until end of the month, 22nd of the month. So interaction will be strong, but some of them will be helpful for you and will push you forward, will push you towards your growth. And some of them will come as a challenges, as tests, as proofs to see, do you still like to stay in that situation that keeps you small and disempowered, or are you ready to move on? Are you ready to make a different choice? So it's all about the confidence that you have in yourself to make different choices. So this is a key summary. Maybe this will be the title of the video for me today. How much do you trust yourself? How much confidence do you have in yourself to make different choices? Choices that empower you, choices that make you shine, and not choices that disempower you, and choices that makes you small, frustrated, angry, and takes out all your energy into negative, let's say negative direction. So it's all about choices. It's all about how much confidence you have in yourself. And the third key question of this month for you to internalize and to reflect is, what do you have outgrown this year, in these 7 months that passed already? What do you have outgrown? Meaning, what are you ready to leave behind? But meaning, leaving behind means shutting the door and not coming back there. Maybe a toxic job. So no, I'm ready to leave it. I'm ready to move on. Maybe a toxic relationship with a partner, with some friends. with a network, yeah, a place where you go and the vibes are not good for you anymore, and you feel it. And every time you go to that place, you come back and you don't know what's happening. You feel down, you feel frustrated, you feel stressed. So this kind of emotion, meaning you need to start to take care of you first, of how you feel, and go in the places that uplift you. So what are you ready to say goodbye, to say no, to put the boundaries? Remember the lessons that I mentioned from my personal life in July. So in August, maybe I have to prove it that I'm ready to say no to certain situations and experiences that I have outgrown this part of my life, of my journey of learning and evolving. So be careful of these three questions. Yeah, what are your choices? Choices that keeps you in the space of calm, love, harmony, beauty, in that central point of yourself, or choices that gives you the reality of disorder, chaos, stress, frustration, anger, conflict, and so on. So there are two different realities, and all of these are possible based on your choices. You decide how you spend your day, with whom, what topics do you discuss, what news do you listen, how do you feel your day with things that gives you joy, radiance, makes you feel alive, or you do things out of obligation, out of stress, because some other people made you do it, and so on. So pay attention to your choices, pay attention to your intuition, because we'll continue to grow and to give you signals. You just need to pay attention. Pay attention to the social interaction, because through people you will get most of the lessons, most of the tests coming this month. And ask yourself at the end of each day, what are you ready to say bye? What do you outgrow in your life, in your reality, in terms of mental perception, in terms of ideas, beliefs, in terms of emotions? I'm ready to say goodbye to the sadness. I'm ready to say goodbye to the grief. I'm ready to say goodbye to lack of confidence in myself and the life that I want, and so on. So these are the key three things that I want you to pay attention this month, because your confidence will be tested. Yeah, so it's time for you to draw a line, to put a stick in the ground, and make the right choices for you. If not this month, then when? Every other months until the end of the year will get harder and harder. The test will be probably more complex, because you are ready to move to the next level. But first, you need to take your life in your hands and be in charge of yourself. Another characteristic of this month will be flexibility. So meeting a lot of people with their unique situation, with their unique inner conflict, with their unique evolutionary journeys. Be compassionate, show respect the space of them in which they operate, but also be flexible to make your own choices. Be adaptable. Don't stick to a certain plan. Don't stick to your fixed rules in your head. Be a flexible, adaptable, because there will be many opportunities in front of yourself to be able to choose. Some opportunities will move you forward, and you will say, thank you for trusting myself and taking this path. Some opportunities will keep you stuck, and there is a lesson there for you to understand, okay, I feel stuck. How do I feel? Go back to your center and maybe make another choice. So choices will be available, and make better choices in every moment. And some choices will keep you in the past, especially for you to understand the lesson, to understand there is a test, and choose differently. Remember, choose with confidence, but choose differently if you want to outgrow that situation, that place, that people, and so on. And now for yeah, I want to give you some practical tips and tricks, as I always do at the end of my videos. But I really encourage you, please drop your comments and um, share with us for everybody to learn or to get inspired. How did you experience July month? How did you follow your intuition? How did your intuition express or was present in your life? How did you recognize it? And for August, um, how will you pay attention to the intuition moving forward? How will you have confidence in yourself? So I will give you some tips and tricks from what I plan to do, what are my daily rituals and so on. But it will be great if you start to share in the comments, so each of us can get inspired, and we learn from each other. So we can build a nice, beautiful community here of people that encourage one another, that support the growth of one another, and we are helping our evolution. Yes, because we are going to make it. We are going to make it together. Yes, so have confidence in yourself and in your journey. So 3 practical general tips, and then I will give you my specific rituals for this month, and not only giving the energies that are out there, how I interpret the signs that I get, and so on. So the general tips for you this month, it's time to put in practice what you learned so far. So maybe you went to many courses, you listened to many YouTube videos like myself or any other people, numerologists, astrologists, therapists, famous speakers that help you with your personal development, trainers, and so on. So it's good to listen, it's good to watch all day long on social media, but now it's time to put them into practice. So even if you read a book, a theory, if you don't put it in practice, almost it's equal with, not with zero, but it's only 10% effect, 10% effective in your life. So now, August month, ask you to be responsible with your life, as I said, with your choices and what you put into practice. So please, please start to put in practice all the health being, mental being, emotional well-being tips that you learn so far, and start to build your day based on the rituals that makes you feel good, and drop all the rest. So this is again put into practice. It's not a time of theory, it's not a time of discussion, arguments anymore. It's a time of action, putting into practice until the end of the month at least, because there are waves of newness coming in, and you cannot recognize this newness if you don't start to make something new in your life. So this is one first general tip. Start to put into practice all the well-being tips that you learn on all the sites, on all the YouTube, social media, people that you love, and so on. Yeah, so this is one. The second one, have some specific techniques, rituals, practices that makes you raise your vibration. Yes, so raise your vibration, meaning if you go to a place, meet the people that makes your frequency low, and as I said, you enter into the frequencies of low vibrations like shame, guilt, fear, a lot of fear, right? Pay attention and try to rebalance this and go on a uplifting vibration. I give you a very, very simple example how you can raise vibration. If you notice that listening too much of the news or any news, the fearful news on TV drops your state of being, drops you into a state of keeping you small and fearful in your house, then stop watching the news. You kind of watch it on a need basis, or you simply watch a bit on social media and you turn off the TV. This is a simple way of raising your vibration by switching off of anything that makes you feel disempowered, fearful, shameful, guilty, angry, and so on. If a certain conversation again gives you the same negative feeling, the same negative state of being, maybe you want to avoid for a while to talk to that person, diminish the conversation, and so on. Raise your vibration by doing something that you love, listening to nice music, listening to empowering conversation, discussions, and people that makes you feel alive, joyful, and makes you feel to move forward, not to stay stuck and in fear, right? So pay attention and see what's helping you to raise your vibration. As a third one is also to come to that 0 point, remember the infinite sign, and stay in the middle and be an observer in your life, to be able to see the one extreme, the other extreme, and be able to choose being at peace, being centered, being aligned with your mind, the heart, and your action. So again, the same tip for me: be an observer. Don't take anything for granted. Don't live your life on autopilot. These times are gone, and the more you become an observer of your mind, of your word, of your mental processes, of your mind, of your words, of your emotion, the more you can take actions that feel mostly aligned with your highest path in life. And my practical tips that maybe inspires you, these tips that can inspire you to in August are again breath work. So again, breathing can help you a lot get to that middle point, the 0 point, the center of your being, meaning inhaling maybe makes you expand, see new possibilities, and exhaling everything that doesn't feel right in your life right here, right now. So when you feel a little bit agitated, confused, in a roller coaster, go back to your breathing. Breathe slowly, calmly, until you feel a little bit more centered in your being. So breath work is very, very important. It's free, it's permanent, it's always with you, always handy, almost like your mobile, but it does a lot of good stuff for your nervous system, for your calm and well-being. Breath work. So remember, it's available. Observe a little bit everything. The second tip, a bit more detached. So I told you as a general practice to be an observer. What I would like to add for me this month is detachment. Yeah, so try to see everything like a mini show. Yeah, so see a little bit, observe where the choices wants to take you. Oh, okay, so I get this new call, which invites me somewhere. So this is a new choice for me today. Do I want to take it? Check in your body, how do you feel? So this is what I plan to do. So before I say yes, no to any choice, any invitation, any new opportunity in my life, I would like to sit, observe how I feel, check in my body, and then decide. So with a little bit of more detachment, I'm not obliged to say yes and no to anything. I am in my full choice, and I am able to see everything with more detachment. So try to practice this. Check in with your body and with your feelings. Any new invitation, any new possibilities, any new even commands or orders that may come from other people. Now remember that they will come in your life, especially to test you. So the way you respond and not react to these choices or opportunities, let's call it, from other people, it will be a big lesson for you. And last but not least, my practical tip is to focus on yourself. There are so many things happening, as I mentioned, so many opportunities, possibilities, choices, but also lessons, that the most important people here and now is yourself. Don't try to save anybody. Don't try to sacrifice anymore. Don't think that you are selfish. Don't be a victim. Don't be a controller or an abuser or control anybody else. So go back to the 0 point of this infinite sign. Go back to your middle and focus on yourself. What do I have to leave behind? And what do I have to choose forward? So these are your key questions. How much confidence do I have in myself, for myself, to build the life of my dreams, to fulfill my purpose, to fulfill my mission, and to really feel alive, happy, radiant, joyful, because this is everything that we came here to do, to experience, to learn, to evolve, but on a higher path with love, harmony, and peace. So this was my August video with a forecast, with a little bit explaining on how I sense, let's say, the energies, the numbers, my interpretation, also my personal examples that hopefully are inspiring for you. I really invite you to drop your comments, drop your questions. Maybe it's something else that you would like to ask or to cover in the coming videos. And take August as another stair on your evolutionary journey. And don't stop. Make better choices every day. And I really wish you a happy and blessed August. Stay focused on yourself. Watch, observe everything with detachment, and return to your breath. When you don't make sense of anything, of nothing, you don't make sense of anything around you, go back to yourself and check in with your feelings, with your body. What do I choose that gives me the highest peace, the highest calm, the highest well-being for myself first? If you are good, then everybody around you can sense this and you can inspire others. So be a role model, be an inspiration, but start with yourself. A happy and blessed August. I really wish you to take the best choices. I'm waiting for your comments, for your like. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and get a notification when I come up with new videos. Thank you for following me on the Instagram, Wellbeing Guide _ 365, or on the Facebook, Wellbeing Guide 365. So every day you receive a daily inspiration, a daily tip based on the energies of the day to really guide you, inspire you to live your most fulfilled life. Thank you again. And I see you here next time. Namaste.